Hey guys, I'm just out at the farm. Been out here trapping for about a week and a half now, just trying to get things set up. I've shot a bunch of clips, but you know, nothing was all that great, so figured I'd start from scratch and just kind of show you the layout of the land and what I'm looking for and what I'm doing, so maybe some guys can see what I'm looking at and comment on, you know, how to trap it. So anyways, the property starts on the other side of the road, and this creek runs kind of kitty corner, and then at the end of the trees, like where the trees start, that's kind of a marshy swamp, and there's a couple different drainage ditches going back and forth. Not really anything critical. I wouldn't call them creeks by any means. There's just a bit of water flowing right now after the rain and the snow melting. So I've got 4 mink boxes on this creek. There's one up by the brush right there. There's one by the culvert down there. And there's 2 on that side of the creek. The road kind of divides it in half. So I've got 4 floats on this side. On this creek, there's lots of muskrat sign. Not to mention I see them all the time. I can probably show you a few clips of them swimming by while I'm driving, sort of thing. So I've got the 22, but that's not much fun. So we set up 4 floats. We had some 120s blocking entrances, but the water really came up, and I'm not sure how much they're using the entrances. We did just get a muskrat right there, and a little bit of a channel set coming up on the shore. Well, here I was tickled pink because I thought I got a mink, and it looks like a darn muskrat. I'm not sure what he was doing in there, but he got snagged in the 160. Nice coat. Come out of there. Playing over there too by the looks of it. So we'll get it rebaited. Actually, I think it's all right for bait. Yeah, we'll get it covered back up, and we'll put some fish oil on it and head on out of here. Not bad. We're on the board at least. Back in the brush over that way, there's a point that comes out, and about 50 yards in from the point, that's where I've been starting my bait pile for wolves. They see lots of wolves around here running this fence line, so I figured I'd put it in over there. They cleaned, the ravens and the bald eagles cleaned up the bait really quick, so bait's going to be an issue I see in the future. So I'm gonna start saving the deer carcasses from my place and my neighbors. Try and make friends with some butchers. So that's something on my to-do list. There are 2 beaver houses on here. Last year I got 1 beaver out of here, and didn't see much sign of anything else. I don't see all that much sign now, so I'm not sure where the beavers are. They might be on the other end of this property, like way over there, and I think that's actually the neighbor's property. Kind of halfway between here and the mound over this way, I guess probably from here to the barn, there's a foxhole. There's a den there. There was a den last year. There's always fresh sign around, so I'm not sure if you can trap a fox den or not. I thought about staking a 330 right on top of the 2 entrances, but I'm not sure if that's legal. I think the 330s, well, maybe 330s, people use them for lynx cubbies, so we'll have to look into that. I don't know if that's ethically correct. Kind of like shooting a duck when it's sitting in water. You're supposed to wait till it's flying and then shoot them for the sport. So the creek goes down that way to the pine trees, kind of where my finger is, and this water stays flowing for most of the year unless we get a real cold spell of, you know, -30 for a week sort of thing. So I got to get some 330s in on that culvert and try and block that off as best I can. I'm sure the otters are coming through here. At the corner of the field where it meets the bush, there's lots of fox tracks going into that bush. So yesterday I set up a few snares. So I'm just kind of on my way over there now. I was just pulling these last couple 120s and I switched to the floats just because of the water levels. So that's kind of lay down of the land. It's a really cool spot. They let me pretty much do whatever I want, which is really cool of them. I wish I could pick up a few more properties like this, nice and big. But I've got a mess of wolves, and I think the biggest issue I'm going to have with wolf trapping is bait. I made the mistake of just throwing the beavers and stuff on the ground, and the ravens had them all cleaned in 2 days. 3 beavers, a raccoon, a house cat that I found on the way here on the side of the road dead. So yeah, 2 days they had that cleaned up, so we're gonna have to put debris on top of it to slow the birds down. But anyways, we're gonna go keep checking. Like I said, we did get 2 rats, so that'll make my kids happy. I always enjoy catching the muskrats. So 2 more mink boxes to check. I don't think I have any muskrat sets down there. We might see about sticking a couple floats in. I got 2 left. So anywho, thanks guys, and we'll see you later.